Alright, it's Mr. Sanders, yeah. I woke up late this morning because I was up late last night playing video games.
You're all losers.
It's not something I'm proud of, but I feel like I'm at this like point where you like when you feel stuck, you keep doing things that make you stuck because you almost like throw up your hands and like, oh God, nothing's working. It's like a helpless feeling. But I realize my helplessness feeling is my fault. And I'll explain. So I think what is most important for your development as a human being doesn't always make the best content. And then sometimes you have to decide like which one matters more to you. To me right now, there's like three main approaches to making content. And the first one is like you have this internal deep feeling of like you're not enough, or you're not good enough, or you're not cool enough, or you're not pretty enough or something. And then you go onto the internet to try and mask that feeling or try to like band-aid that feeling by making content. And so it's like every time somebody press like or every time somebody shares your content, it like kind of gives you a little dopamine hit and you feel good inside for a split second and you feel like less of a loser for those brief moments. And then you just go continuously kind of chase that outside validation. I think that's the way most of us, whether we admit it or not, kind of approach the internet, because we like post, then we like check it, see how many likes we got or like who liked it. We do that again and again, but we have like no long-term purpose or plan for the content that we're creating. Just kind of looking for those little dopamine hits of validation that like, hey, maybe I am worth it. Or maybe I am enough. And the likes that I get kind of hint at that. But then you're just always chasing more and more. And then if you don't get what you got, then it like leads you into a downward spiral of emotional pain. I think the next way you can approach making content is you're either building a skill or you're using your content almost like as your journal where you're just expressing yourself. You put it on the internet, so if it helps people, it helps people. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But really you're just doing it to build your skill or work on yourself, and it's like therapy in a way. You're basically just getting things off your chest, and that's the way you use your content. And then I think the third way to look at the internet is just pure emotionalist. It's a tool to build a business, to build a brand, and to make money. And you see the internet as fake. That doesn't matter to you. You see it as an opportunity. You capitalize on the opportunity. You shape your profile, your company, or whatever to make more money. And that's what you do. What I think about the third one is that one's kind of like the most logical and probably the smartest way to approach the internet. But I think you get the most icky, cringe, like, oh, that's not the way you're supposed to do things, feeling like it's bad business or something, or it doesn't seem totally ethical because you're still dealing with people. But I think the internet is just so fake anyways that is probably the most logical approach. I think most of us, if we're honest with ourselves in some way, shape or form, it's the first one where we just post, hope to get a little bit of validation, and then continue on and post. We really have no long-term plan. And if we tell ourselves we have a long-term plan and we don't really execute it that well, we're just kind of going about it like lottie-dottie. We like to party. It got me to thinking, like, what am I doing? I'm sick of having a terrible plan and terrible execution. Like, it's getting old. Choice number 3, where you look at this as a brand and a business and you take advantage of that and you execute. See, I don't even want to say that I just want to take that full approach because it just feels so. I think the only reason why I hesitate to just go full on third option approach is because I still have that like fantasy of the legit artist. Oh, it's all about the art. It's about your passion, and the money will come later if you just love what you do. If you just love the craft and you just enjoy it. Like, I do like those quotes and that approach, but it's like, how far do you go in that direction before you're like, hey, we gotta start making business plans? Maybe the most long-term strategy is just number 2. Just share your life experience and move on with it. And so that's why I kind of go back to my original point. The best content that's best for your development as a human being, or best for you and your skills development, may not always be the most popular content or the most sales engaging content. So what do you choose? Or is it a choice and I'm just making this overly complicated? But to be honest, I'm really feeling like when I got on Tinder. When I got on Tinder, I got 0 matches. And like maybe 3 and then like 5 were the bots that are on Tinder, so they're like fake account. I got 0 matches. And my friends were like, "Hey, if you put more effort into your pictures and didn't just take a picture, one picture at the gym and one picture in your bedroom, you would probably get more likes." And then I would look at it and just I wouldn't do it. I would be like, that seems kind of like icky, or like, why do I have to do all this to promote myself? Like, it seems icky to promote myself in a way on Tinder. But at the same time, I would complain about my results. And I feel like I'm doing that with business in a way. It's like I don't do the things necessary that need to get done, but then I complain about the results. Like, this ain't working. I'm stuck. And I don't get why I do this. I think a large part of it is fear. Like fear of success or fear of things working and then your life changing. Like, you're comfortable where it's at right now. So in a way, you subconsciously keep things the way they are right now. But like, it's really getting old and it's really my fault. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when I meant my helplessness is my fault, it's like a large part. I know what I need to do. I just don't do it. And I don't know why. Like, over and over again, I come back and I'm like, yeah, things ain't working. And it's like me on Tinder. I'm like, oh, none of these girls like me. But then I got like the worst pictures you could possibly think of. Didn't even put effort into it. But yeah, I would still complain. And it's like I would always almost know what I'm doing, but I wouldn't admit it to myself. It's a weird psychological thing. Maybe that I'm pointing it out right now will help solve that problem. But yeah, I just had to make this video to kind of hash that out for myself. Because I don't know why I do this. But I'm going to have to start making changes because it's getting old. It's getting old. I feel like a large part of everything, all the problems we have sometimes may be us just getting in our own way.
The other things of interest that have come out is that having a purpose that transcends yourself is really important to your mental health particularly, but it will have knock-on effects. So, you could say, well, I do my podcast and I love doing my podcast and I get to meet interesting people and I share that knowledge with others. A lot of that is still to do with self-satisfaction. So having something that doesn't necessarily do anything for you, but gives you purpose in life is really important.
And what could that be? That could be
volunteering. It could be, for me, like I give out a lot of free information on Instagram and not to try to get work or anything like that. It could be, so, when I say volunteering, that sounds quite big, but it could be like asking your elderly neighbour if you can do their groceries for them when you go to the supermarket. It could be calling up a friend and checking that they're okay. Just something that makes you feel like life is worth living, but doesn't necessarily earn you money or directly improve your life.
I've spoken to a lot of therapists who talk about the fact that two of the things we never want to feel is like we're A, different, and B, we're not enough.
I put on the wife beater just to show off all that damn muscle because I got too much damn muscle, if you know what I'm saying.